Okay, today we're doing a Spanish lace. If you look at the ceiling there, that's a Spanish lace, or otherwise known as a knockdown. So we want this consistency to be just a little bit thicker than pancake batter. I already mixed it up just for time-wise. And what we're using here is a sheetrock wall and ceiling spray texture, and it's unaggregated. So then we take this hopper and we plug it in here, the air hose. You run your air hose between 35 and 60 psi. I actually do a little bit more because I have an adjustment on my gun. Some guns don't have this adjustment where you can turn your air pressure up and down, but mine does, so I leave it up a little bit high. So I'll plug that in, and then we fill this hopper with mud. And as you can see, we've already been working on some. And so as long as it flows into the bucket like that, you're doing pretty good. You got the right consistency. And then we'll go back in here and spray a room. Now this room is you can see we got plastic. You probably saw that as we came into the room, but this room had another texture on. We kind of wiped it down, and so now we're going to spray it. And so you just want to cover everything you can, because this goes everywhere. This house is, they're remodeling it so that everything can be cleaned up. Usually I'll put plastic all the way around if it was a finished home, and the house, or plastic on the floor also. So we'll just spray. So that's what you do. And then you just take a trowel, and 1 minute I'll be back with a trowel. And normally I'll spray the whole room. That's what I'll do. And then I come back with the trowel and I cut this stuff off of the walls right there. And then you just leave it on the ceiling. And then as the ceiling dries, you want to wait till the sheen comes off. So this is too soon, but I'm just going to do it just to show you. You can use a regular trowel, 12-inch trowel, or you get these at Home Depot or Lowe's or wherever, and you use these like this, and it knocks it down and makes a nice texture. But like I say, you gotta wait till that sheen goes off, and it'll be drier. So you're just really knocking the tips off, and it makes it look like a Spanish lace. And that depends. If it's a finished paint surface, it takes a little bit longer to dry. If it's brand new drywall, it soaks into the drywall, and it's so it dries very quick. So that's Spanish lace. I'm going to go ahead and do the whole room, and that's pretty much it. Okay, this is part 2. I showed you how to scrape it off. I wanted to show you a little bit more. So you just scrape off the edges like this. And if this is a new home, you do this. And when you sand, then you just sand the whole wall again. But you can see it comes out pretty clean. So over here, this is the knife we use to knock it down. And you got, like I said, you gotta let it dry. Well, this was drying because of the lights over here, so, but I'm just gonna show you a little bit. This is still a little bit wet. If you see the glossiness over in here, it's drying a little bit more. So all you do is you keep your knife pretty flat, and you just go over it. And you're just knocking the tips off of it. The good thing about this stuff is if you mess up, you can go back and spray it again before you paint it. You can do it even after you paint. So, but anyway, just wanted to show you that a little bit extra. And I forgot to tell you, always practice on a small piece of drywall if you don't. And you can also do other spray consistencies, like an orange peel or something like that, by thinning out, and you can use a smaller tip or whatever on your gun. So, okay, that's the end of part 2.